So I'm doing a response video to comments today. Last video I responded to the comments was my one on filing entry of default judgment in federal court. So we're moving on to this video, which is my advice on strategies for pro bono attorneys like Gates. So here we go. So AZ Jeep Girl says he is hardly pro bono. She's shown receipts. He is at least a real attorney, unlike you. I have no idea. I haven't seen the receipts, and Kate's receipts probably don't look like real attorney's receipts. And I don't know if he's real. I haven't looked up to see whether he is. I'm assuming he is. All right. If he has taken, Erin Smiler says if he has taken any money, he isn't working pro bono. You would be laughable, except people actually believe you. That's sad. So I don't know. I think you need to watch this video, the one that you're commenting on, because that's not true what you said. And I should probably delete your comment because it's factually incorrect. All right, you don't even know the difference between a public defender and a pro bono attorney. I do. I don't know what you're talking about though, because I don't think this video is about that. So you're confused. So a public defender obviously is an attorney, and it's not always free. Oftentimes it's not free. That the courts make available to people who have committed crimes to defend them at a low cost, usually sliding scale type stuff. So, in a pro bono attorney, I don't know. I guess you could say that a lot of the public defender work is pro bono, but not necessarily. J.G. Thomas says, I admit it, I must confess. I do believe Chile has met his match. You, sir, discussing and misinterpreting law, are well on your way to being close to as entertaining as you're not a nice person, friend Chile. You, as well as Chile, have no understanding of defamation. Hint, hurt feelings doesn't qualify as defamation. Kay, you said Kay has receipts. I haven't seen them. So you should go rewatch my first video on this whole thing, where I was basically covering Murbeast's coverage of Chile's defamation lawsuit against Kate and Josh. And I go into detail on what the difference is between protected speech and defamation. So let's see if there's anything in here worth keeping. I don't know if any of this is true. So, yeah, from what I know, Chile said he doesn't have a felony conviction or any violent criminal convictions. Like, I'm sure he has traffic violations, at least. And he was arrested for possession of GHB. But Kate says he was manufacturing the date rape drug. As far as I know, GHB is not even the date rape drug. So, good job, buddy. Says, you say more ums than anyone per capita. So she said that with that in mind, we're going to cover pro bono attorney today. So cost about $100. Most state scouts limited in scope. So yeah, I see what you're trying to do there. Just get me to say that word more. But you lost. But in some videos I do say a lot. Jimmy Penrose says, I get the feeling that you or your boyfriend Chili don't know the difference between public defender and a lawyer who does pro bono work. Jimmy, sounds like you, as well as Masher 2001, need to go back and rewatch the video. Wow, this is really long. I don't even know if I want to read this. Especially since you've made it clear that you don't know what you're talking about and you haven't watched the video. But there is some stuff in there. So that's not just calling me names. I'm going to leave it up. But try and watch the video. All right, anyway, GTL says riveting. And then this emoji, I don't know what it is. It's like party popper, shoots out glitter. So Bill Thundermuffin says, legitimate question. Now that Chili has openly blackmailed an actual attorney, what do you think of him? Yeah, I don't know what you're referring to. Do you still support his cause? Do you see how he shot himself in the foot to ever become a lawyer? You know, because the ethics background check before you set the bar. Yeah, I don't think that's the case. You're allowed to be a human. I think, recently that John Rietveld has said a lot of homophobic things, and I think that might come around to bite him. When I looked at what law firm he's practicing at and the reputation of the other attorneys there, I mean, it's clear that his boss wouldn't mind him saying that. So B. Boyer says, blackmail negotiations, set the record straight, tell the truth, synonyms. I agree. I don't know what he's talking about. In the emails that I read from Ben, what's his name? Ben Wish. I didn't see any blackmail. Lisa to V. Boyer says, did you see the email Chili sent Merb? Oh, that's what we're talking about. Chili sending email to Merb. He even did a stream talking about sending it. Yes, blackmail is the correct word. So, again, guys, go look up blackmail. And if you think he's committed a crime, go ahead and report it. And Mr. Rietveld could do it himself. But I think Mr. Rietveld knows the difference as well. So he's not going to report it. So if you have reasons to pursue an action against someone and you try and settle beforehand, that's not blackmail. It's not all quid pro quos are blackmail. And I have, by the way, right, Chili was asking for the video because he didn't have it or didn't have the whole thing. I had it. He didn't ask me for it, but I have the whole video of Merbs using the F word, the F ending with T word multiple times. And this is also probably about him taking place in the Wicker. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, I mean he definitely deserved to be named in the motion for sanctions. As well as probably everyone on the Wicker probably should have been open to sanctions, but I think specifically holding an attorney to not destroying evidence and protecting it is definitely more valid than exercising that against whoever else was in the wicker as well. So if that's what we're talking about, yeah, probably shouldn't have deleted those. Probably shouldn't have been using wicker, Mr. Riatveld, discussing stuff that might be relevant to a case. So Ed Hates Scrifter says, this guy's not an attorney, and anyone supporting Chile at this point doesn't care about ethics. So let's remove that one. Oops, I meant to report. Ed Hates Scrifter says, V-Boyer, you don't listen to anyone but Chile and a small handful of sycophants. So I think that's mean. I'm going to say hate speech or harassment and bullying, probably, against V-Boyer. Courtney Dobbs says, this is so funny. I can't believe you actually think it's a pro bono lawyer and her fundraiser was fake. It's clearly that... Sorry, it's clear that Ben Wish is probably a pro bono attorney. So the receipts she showed were fake documents? Yes. I'm going with yes. I don't know what receipts you're talking to, but yes. She literally made a fake fundraiser. No, as I said before, I think Kate had the nose plague, and Harry and I don't know, her other panel people did it without her, I believe. Produced fake bank account screenshots. Yeah, I mean, Kate probably faked those. What's it? I don't remember the name of the payment provider screenshots. Yes. A fake receipt for a lawyer. Also, she could what? So I didn't see any fake receipts for a lawyer. But if you guys know what a receipt that looks like for a lawyer, I bet it didn't have Ben Wish's signature on it or anyone else's. What's the long game here for her exactly? What's the long game for Kate? That's a good question, Courtney. I think we're still on that trajectory, right, where I said once Kate has maxed out all of her credit cards that she will settle. But she hasn't done that yet because she has a pro bono attorney. And then she has a few $100 from you all trolls. So Prissy TX Tomboy says, you consider DeCastro good authority? I don't know what that's about. V-Boyer is laughing about it. Ann Belgard. Oh, hi, Ann. Miss ya. Where have you been? Everyone is acting as though lawyers don't do pro bono work, and this means their representation isn't worth anything. Yeah. Is that what people are saying? I don't know. I didn't read the rest of the comments. It doesn't matter because he's not going to do subbar representation just because. Well, no. I mean, it has been shown that Ben Wish is what I would consider a blood-sucky attorney, but he's not going to be any less so because he's doing pro bono work. His reputation, along with his partner's reputation, is not something lawyers play with. Yeah, so I said it in my video, I think, and I'm not sure you watched it now, that most attorneys, well, most bars, I would say actually all bars probably require a certain number of pro bono hours, but a lot of them don't require that you actually certify it. So V-Boyer says, Ms. Ann, let's wait and see if her pro bono attorney bails after he gets the evidence. I don't mean any harm, but trolling does. Yeah, that's an interesting thing too, because the way Ben has handled this is not probably how the other attorneys that Kate talked to has handled this. So I'm assuming the other attorneys she went to Kate told them what she did, and the attorney said, you probably shouldn't have done that. And I recommend that you stop doing that and settle. But Kate finally found an attorney that would take her case pro bono, hadn't looked at the facts yet, laid out a plan, and is executing on that plan, regardless of the facts that have come up since then. I mean, so those of you that know how pro bono works, I mean, it's becoming more and more clear that he is a pro bono attorney, because typically, if he would have just accepted it under retainer and started doing work under it once the facts had been raised, right, he would have been more reasonable, trying to represent Kate's rights and interests instead of just doing what she says, being vindictive and trying to do all these crazy motions that are just wasting the court's time. But, he's probably one of those, like I said, blood-sucking, crappy attorneys. So Tuna Hard Drive PhD says, V-Boyer, seriously? V-Boyer, I don't know why you didn't reply. It's possible that Platoon's comment was hidden, because I just released a lot of these comments. So Biff Thundermuffin says, what's your bar number? Until you have one, I'd recommend against discussing law and telling people what they are not allowed to have in court, like a lawyer. Oh, and when Chili's discovery hits in his lawsuit, one would hope you haven't been writing his legal documents, as that's the unauthorized practice of law. So I'm not going to give you guys anything that would lead to my identity, and you guys know why. But me writing Chili's legal documents would not be the unauthorized practice of law. I mean, it could, right? It could, if I was writing them in a state where I wasn't authorized to practice law. So, and telling people what they are not allowed to have in court, like a lawyer. It sounds like you haven't watched my videos where I proved that you don't have the right to an attorney in civil. You don't even have the right to an attorney in criminal cases. You have the right to talk to an attorney. So, DeBull says, she made payment on the 6th and scheduled it for the 7th, took a picture of it on the 6th, showed you all, then canceled payment. She's good at conning, just asked her boy. Monday, I'm checking into what I can do to definitely find out if she did do this, then turn her in for fraud. Hail Chilito. So it sounds like DeBull is a non-troll and believes that she probably scheduled a payment and then canceled the payment, but I doubt she even made payment. So, and Bogart says that is absolutely silly. Yeah, it's pretty silly, but the depths that they went through just to make a fake fundraising campaign for $18,000 is ridiculous. The things that they go through just to try and piss Chili off. It is completely ridiculous. So V. Boyer says, and Bogart, is it? We will see who's laughing. And Bogart says, if Kate stopped payment on the check, the lawyer would pull out and not represent her, and we know he's still on her case based on his filing with the court. Yeah, that's true if he wasn't a pro bono attorney. So Lisa says to DeBull, what are you basing that on? Do you have any evidence that she didn't pay, or are you just making that scenario up? So I think it's a good theory. I mean, it's as good as anyone else's. I mean, Kate, I think she would just faked the whatever she provided instead of scheduling and then canceling. I think that would have been easier. So Lisa T. V. Boyer says, and if it's us laughing once again, then what? Well, it's been shown, right, that the trolls pretty much ignore all information in favor of Chili. So the trolls will continue to laugh no matter who's winning. So Beth Thundermuffin says, the bull, unless you get her bank records, you won't be able to prove anything. Yeah, I mean, I think the bull's saying he can do that. And the fact of the matter is that Kate has shown receipts for everything she's said. You and everyone that supports Chile hasn't. I haven't seen the receipts. I do watch her videos. We have seen multiple times where Chile makes up evidence to try to fool people, but he fails at it. Just look at what he tried to blackmail Merb with. I know. I'm pretty sure that they probably have screenshots from Todd Lyons, one of those, that he was indeed on Wicker. So, and I mean, I have evidence that Merb East said the F word, and then after that continued to try and justify his use of it. So Platoon Hard Drive PhD says, B-Boy, look no further. It's me that's laughing at you. So, I don't know. I don't think that really has any substance other than harassing people. B-Boyer says, love your content and you make it easy for me to learn and understand, being that I'm not in the field of law. Thank you. You're welcome, B-Boyer. So Mr. Waldo DeBaldo says, he actually does have an easy voice to listen to since your overzealous mods blocked me. Can you get Chile to send over some subscribers this guy's way? For a guy who has 48,000 subscribers, he only sends what looks like just mods over. So either the mods ruin Chile's channel, it's only them who do what Chile asks, while the other 275 who watch his lives are trolls. Or Chile has done enough for this guy. I actually like this guy, so maybe instead of having all blue live chats, you send actual subscribers over. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I think most people who watch videos just don't subscribe. Probably not interested in seeing my continued coverage, but I appreciate anyone who Chili and Merbeast both have sent over, and probably Kate's probably sent some trolls over as well. So V Boyer says, Mr. Walden Bottle, I'm sorry, what can I do? Oh, I guess V Boyer's a mod. V Boyer to Mr. Walden Baldo. I found this guy's channel on my own. He showed up on my screen, and I really like him. Why are you blocked? What was said? I will help if I can. So it sounds like Mr. Walden Baldo is blocked on Chili's channel. Because he's not. I don't know. I don't do lives, so I don't know if he means blocked from chat, but I have all comments set to be moderated. Enough Cat says, I hope her lawyer is pro bono. I hope he took one read and felt this was so ridiculous that it was worth the freebie. It's a great lawsuit. So I don't know if I hope that he's pro bono. I mean, it's pretty clear that he is. I think, you know, if he is, I think that Chile probably would have been better off getting a pro bono attorney as well. V Boyer says, I hope her lawyer is pro bono too. I don't find this funny though. It's sad to target anyone. Agree. Yeah, and I think from what I read, right, there was some comment by Benjamin Wish that that he wasn't even aware of the facts yet of the lawsuit. So I don't think he took them or not based on facts. So Britt Batch says, I don't want to cuss. I'm not going to say that correctly. Be careful, Doctor. Pretend to know the law. Sounds like you're skirting very close to defamation. So, yeah. If Kate wants to sue me for saying her attorney is pro bono, or if Ben wants to go for it. The reason that's not going to happen by Ben, right, is because that's client privilege, right? So would not want to reveal whether confirm or deny probably whether he's pro bono or not. So V Boyer says ditto. Oh, I don't know what that means. Whether I'm V Boyer saying I'm skirting close to defamation, or maybe Brett is skirting close to the defamation. So Brett Batch says, you keep saying, are you lying every time you say it? So if you guys don't know, this is probably referring to the video where Kate kept saying, a lot. And I suggested, because the trolls don't make fun of her for saying, that maybe she doesn't usually say, because I don't really pay attention. That maybe she says, when she's lying, which I thought was a great dig at the trolls. Am I lying, though? No. I try not to lie. I mean, I'm obviously lying when I answer questions about my identity. So, Prissy TX Tomboy says, Cholito probably wrote that into the script, or this guy gets lost in the script. That's funny. That's a good one. I'm leaving that one up. We borrowed a Prissy TX Tomboy says, difficult to see intelligence. It is. So Britt Bat says, where's your evidence? So go watch the video. I pitched why I think it's so, and then I added more commentary in this video on why I think it's becoming even more and more clear that he's pro bono. V Boyer says it's coming. I don't know. I don't have any other evidence. So, but if you guys post the receipts, they're supposedly receipts. I mean, that'll be more evidence, because I'll point out why they aren't real. So Lisa V Boyer, don't you think it should have been in this video where he was stating it as a fact? Seems this would have been the perfect place and time to present it. Doesn't make him look very credible not presenting the evidence. Yeah, I think I just answered that when I answered Britt and V Boyer's thing. But thank you, Lisa. Aussie Mal says, I hate to assume that you have a very limited knowledge of laws. You have assumed many things that you seem extremely reluctant to back up with fact. But that's just my opinion. Now that you covered pro bono, would you please enlighten us with the process of pro se fundraising, as you should be equitable with your reporting for complete transparency? I'd appreciate to hear what you have to impart to your subscribers about vexatious litigants. So, Aussie Mal, I actually did, right, in one of my common legal myths about pro se fundraising and about taxing it, I think, if that's what you're referring to. So go watch that video. I also did one about vexatious litigants and getting on the list, and how really there is no teeth to the entire statutes. So V Boyer says, I believe he covered that in a previous video. Yes, V Boyer, you're correct. MMO Max says, a cease and desist is optional. It should outline what will happen if they don't cease. In this case, Chili's threats are toothless, but you probably know that because he's probably blowing you for these videos. I can't imagine any other reason that you'd support him. I agree that a cease and desist is optional. It should outline what will happen if they don't cease. I don't agree with that. I think it should be clear what someone's legal actions would be. But I think I said in this video that Kate's defense was that she had received no cease and desist. So I'm going to get rid of this just because it's inappropriate. Is it this? It's almost this, right? Some MMO box says, wow, keeping up with the lies here, you really want a defamation suit, huh? Yeah, bring it. MMO Max. You gonna sue me as John Doe? As MMO Max? V Boyer says, really? The lengths people go. Right? IKR. Buzzworks says, wait, are you serious? She literally provided receipts. Not in a video. I do not have access to the secret discords or the wickers. I just can't with you. You better be a troll, because if you're being serious, I have actual concerns for your intelligence. Yeah, I haven't seen the receipts, but they're probably fake. Buzz. I'm gonna leave that, even though there's no real substance. And B-Boy, I think he's laughing at you, Buzz. So delete laws. 3 weeks ago says trigger trolls all around here now. Wow. Yeah, and they should be triggered because they're finding out that they've been being lied to by Kate, that she didn't raise $18,000, and in fact she has a pro bono attorney. So Mr. Waldo de Baldo says, at least people have freedom to speak here. Also, the France lawyer thing, as I'm sure you know, was from a case in your past, and then he didn't want to deal with you. So he told his work to say he was in France. I don't think that's okay to do or say to a client. I just wanted to let you know. I agree. I don't know what that's about. I think I have seen other people say, ask him about his attorney's trip to France, and it's still not very clear to me on what that's regarding. I would like a clear answer on why money was donated to you and you didn't get an Uber for the lady when you were with her, with the other auditor. Let's see if Chili replies. No, he doesn't. But Chili didn't make a follow-up video for that. I think I said too, it wouldn't have been proper to put her in an Uber. It would have been cruel to the Uber driver. So Chili offered to send that money back to the person that sent him the money, or put it towards whatever else the person wanted. So I'm just asking a question, but not being mean. I even don't name on it to you. I just think you have a great manager, and if you don't have one, you should get one. Do YouTube people usually have managers? I don't know if that's a thing. Maybe I need to get one. B Boyer says, DL, this just triggers people. I think that's delete laws. This just triggers people. Proof will come out for all to see. They may be laughing now. Just wait. I don't understand the deaths people go to try to destroy someone's life. I like peace. Doesn't appear to happen here either. Mr. Waldeball to V Boyer, I agree with you on one thing. People, Chile has been treated horrible. Totally agree. I will point out he uses the I will release it tomorrow or next week all the time. Push the button was supposed to come out months ago, and it never has. Push the button. I don't know. But Chile's definitely been distracted by lawsuits. I mean, it's probably pushed back some of his projects. I used to dislike Chile, and then the court incident happened, and I saw it his way for a while. I still believe he's getting sued, but I also believe he turns away anyone who has a different idea. So I think it is clear that Chile is a little stubborn, but not as stubborn as Kate. And I say that because I said, right, in a lot of these videos that I don't think Chile's going to get everything he wants in a settlement. That's usually not the way it works. But it seems like his offers to mediation are I think the judge mentioned it well too, right? That they have mediators and attorneys they can assign Chile to help him better understand the value of his case. So, not, I don't know. I would like to see that happen. I would like to see mediation happen. I think that would have eventually happened. So V Boyer says, Control Alt Delete laws. I have peace, thank you. Must be a missing comment. I'm merely saying that peace would not be found here. I'm in the medical field and we take do not harm seriously. Lisa DeView Boyer, clearly you haven't gotten the do not harm message access across to Chile. I wish you luck in doing so. I don't know. I think that's a little uncalled for. I mean, especially coming from a troll. Because I think Chile has said it well that he has no victims. And Kate obviously does. Cornelius Hemwright says, you and Jose belong together. You just toss crap out to see if... Sorry, I'm looking at how long this video is. 35 minutes. You toss crap out to see if it sticks to the wall. Clearly, you have zero substantial evidence of anything you say. I don't know. I think I present a convincing story. Evidence. I guess. I guess I didn't present any evidence. Other than in previous videos, the evidence showing that the fundraiser was fake. So, you claim the money Kate got was fake with zero evidence. No. Go watch that video. And our attorney is pro bono. Again, without a shred of evidence. So, I don't know. I got on good authority that that's pro bono, and also I think it's clear based on how the case has progressed. I'm just an old, slow, and dumb guy, but I think you're trying to create something that's not there. I think I'm right until Kate provides evidence. So you're trying to justify preparing legal documents for Jose on the basis of your unsupported accusation that Kate's attorney is pro bono. Prepare yourself. No, that's not what I said. Go rewatch the video. So in the district that they're in the First Circuit, I think the entire First Circuit allows ghostwriting, whether the other side has pro bono or not. So, but I tried to generalize my video to other circuits. So DeBolt says, type in Benjamin Wish attorney and read for yourself. He does cases like hers in Chile's for free, pro bono, and check pro bono attorneys. Civil rights in Boston is a name and address comes up. HAGD, sir. I don't know what that means. But I agree, but I think that all attorneys probably should be doing pro bono work. And Bungar says, why does it matter? He's a licensed lawyer who practices in both federal and Commonwealth court. So I think that's interesting, right? Because my video yesterday was about how Murbeast doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to federal court. And he could equally practice in federal court, right? There is no federal bar. So you just have to be in good standing in the state bar. So you could say that Murbeast practices in federal court because he's answering stupid questions about it. But I don't think anyone's licensed. I don't know. I'm probably overthinking this. So Adam McGuire says, many top lawyers would do some pro bono work. Adam shows you know what you're talking about. Because all lawyers are doing pro bono work. Because they just aren't absolute hats like Chilling and Seek Justice when not apping they can help. So there's really nothing useful here other than you sound like an idiot. I'm going to leave it up here. Adam McGuire says, well, then my attorney charged me pro bono these years as he's upgraded his Mercedes to a Bentley. Well, then my attorney charged me pro bono these years as he's upgraded his Mercedes to a Bentley. I don't know what that means. Most ex-death penalty prosecutors turn defense lawyers free, though right. I don't know what that means either. But it sounds great, so I'm going to leave it up there. So St. Michael says, you voice loosely, you seem young. You should start with basic news. You share what anyone can pull if they're interested to learn. Make your own factual with receipt content. Allows you to be viewed as a fool and for entertainment only, as I do little chili. You should start. Well, St. Michael, thank you for your feedback on how I should run my channel. You share that anyone can pull if they're interested to learn. I don't know. I don't think that's true. And I don't know. I don't feel the need when I'm teaching someone about legalese providing receipts. It's not the way I'm going to teach it. I'm not teaching theory. I learned that already. I'm trying to dumb it down for everyone. Fatty Luffagus says, I am dumbfounded by the delusion despite all the facts. What is more likely? Kay had fake fundraisers, fake attorneys, attorneys working for free, or there just happened to be a ton of people who despise chili. There definitely were fake attorneys. I mean, it looks that way. If we're talking about all the people who approached Chile saying they were attorneys and representing people that he had claims against, those seem to be real, but I don't know. I mean, the evidence would be admissible anyway. So 99% of the people, and I do believe the fundraiser was fake, based on what I've seen. And I do believe that Ben is doing pro bono work for Kate. So 9% of the people in the 1A YouTube community can't stand chili, and several put their money where their mouth is to back Kate. Yeah, I think she raised almost $200 in that fundraiser. Mostly by people that were suckered into thinking that the fundraiser was real. Taco and Yoshi says she provided receipts on the Discord. Why don't she publish them in a video or in her community channel? You, for being Dr. Law, makes a lot of assumptions. I bet you are a Mark Stevens fan. I'll give you credit for blind loyalty to chili is interesting. Again, right? And I say this a lot, right? She presents a set of facts to the public, and then a set of facts in Discord. And so the insiders end up knowing a little bit more about the truth than everyone else. And I think even that is dishonest. But I think it seems to be that there's a lot of people on Discord even that still think that the fundraiser was real. So apparently there's an inner circle, probably the Wicker circle or the Zoom circle. I don't always agree with Kitty. You seem to not be able to look past your bias. Best of luck to you, Baby Law. Thank you. You too. Nina, 19079 says, Baby Law. Smile. Yeah, Taco, I think Nima's giving you a zing there. So for Shizo, except she posted the receipts on Discord. Oh my god, I've answered that so many times. Pretty expensive pro bono lawyer. No, not very expensive. And then Bella Bull says, if this guy is taking Chili's word as the truth, I wouldn't hire him for anything to do with law. He very obviously doesn't know what he's talking about and uses gossip rather than facts. So based on what I've seen, I would not hire Merbeast to represent me or Ben Wish if you guys want to do things correctly and not just come off looking like a blood-sucking evil person that they are. See, V. Boyer says, Bell and Bull, I think not receipts are being used for, or there wouldn't be a case. Just saying. I don't know what that means. Biff Thunderman says to V. Boyer, Chile is a public figure. Nothing has been said. Has been said without receipts. Per Merb's last email received by Chile. We see that Chile loves making up evidence and committing blackmail. The court's not going to like that. I don't think Chile. I don't know. Where's your evidence saying that Chile has made up evidence? Because I don't think that's the case. In fact, from what I've seen, Chile is too honest for his own good. So Bell and Bull to V. Boyer says, but there's been lots of cases, all lost. So again, I think you're referring to Kate always wins, right? And Chile always loses. I've covered this in the past that that now that we're in federal lawsuit, it's clear, right, that it's going Chile's way. That he is actually going to be able to win this on the merits instead of not knowing procedure for a restraining order hearing. So I think he's going to win this one. And also, I think if you Google, Kate has lost many lawsuits. So there you go. I'm probably going to do this one video because we're at 46 minutes.